Good morning children, now it's time for your science class and today we will be doing the revision of chapter 3 Animals Feeding Habits. Animals need food. Every living thing needs energy in order to live. Every living thing, you all know that they need food to live, energy to live in. Animals run, jump, move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. They need energy to do all these activities. For this, animals need to eat. So, the animals, they run, jump, move, and they go from one place to move from one place to another in search of food and shelter, and they need energy to do all these activities. For this energy, animals, they need food. Food provides them energy and nutrients necessary for healthy growth. Food habits and animal groups. Some animals such as sheep, goats, cows, elephants, camels and horses eat plants and plant parts. They are called herbivorous or herbivorous animals. So the animals such as sheep, goats, cows, animals, camels, horses, they eat just plant and the plant parts. So they are known as herbivorous animals. Carnivorous animals such as tigers, lions and wolves eat the flesh of other animals. The eagle is a carnivorous bird. It flies high in the sky looking for animals such as rabbits. What are carnivorous animals? The animals such as tigers, lions, wolves, who eat the flesh of other animals, they are known as carnivorous animals. And eagle is a carnivorous animal. It flies high in the sky just looking for animals such as rabbits. Bear and crow are examples of omnivorous or omnivorous animals. Such animals eat both plants and the flesh of other animals. Humans are omnivorous too. What are omnivorous animals? They eat both plants and also the flesh of other animals. And humans, they come under the omnivorous. Now, how animals eat? Tear and chew food. So different animals, they have different kinds of teeth that help them to swallow their food, chew their food. How in different animals they have different types of teeth. So let us see. Tear and chew food. Herbivores such as cows, goats and camels have sharp, flat and broad front teeth to pluck and bite the leaves of plants. These animals also have strong and flat back teeth that help them to chew the food properly. Again I am repeating, herbivores such as cows, goats and camels. What type of teeth they have? They have sharp, flat and broad front teeth. In the front they have the sharp and flat and broad teeth that help them to pluck and bite the leaves of the plants. These animals, they have strong and flat back teeth that help them to chew the food properly. Some herbivores such as cows and buffaloes swallow grass and other food they eat without chewing it. So the herbivorous animals such as cows and buffaloes, they swallow grass and other food. They don't chew their food, they just swallow there without chewing it. They just swallow. After some time, they bring back the food into the mouth and chew it properly with the back teeth. First, what did they do? They just swallow. Again, they bring that food the back in the front. They drag the food into the mouth and chew it properly with their back teeth. This is known as chewing the cud. So, animals such as cows and buffaloes, they swallow grass. After some time, what happened? They swallow it and again they bring back the food into the mouth and chew it properly with the help of their back teeth, and this is known as chewing the cud. No more. The koala can survive on a diet of eucalyptus leaves. Eucalyptus leaves are very fibrous and low in nutrition, and to most animals they are extremely poisonous. So what is koala? The koala, an animal that can survive on a diet of eucalyptus leaves. Eucalyptus leaves, they are very much fibrous and low in nutrition, and to most animals they are extremely poisonous. However, a koala has a well adapted digestive system to digest these leaves. As this eucalyptus leaf, it is poisonous to many animals, but to the koala, because koala has a well adapted digestive system, so that koala is able to digest the leaves properly. Carnivores such as tigers, wolves, and lions, which eat the flesh of other animals, have very sharp, pointed, and curved front teeth. So the carnivorous animals, what type of teeth they have? They have very sharp, pointed. Just look at the teeth of tiger. Sharp teeth, pointed, and curved front teeth. These teeth help them in tearing the flesh. They also have strong grinding teeth in the back of their mouth. These grinding teeth help them to chew the flesh and bones. So they have strong grinding teeth in the back of their mouth, and these grinding teeth help them to chew the flesh and bones. Since they eat all kinds of food, omnivores usually have a variety of teeth. As omnivores, they eat both plants and the flesh of other animals. So usually they have a variety of teeth. Swallow food. Snakes swallow their food whole. While they do have teeth, the teeth are made for grabbing and holding their prey, not chewing. So snakes, they swallow their food whole, and while they do have teeth, the teeth are made of grabbing and holding their prey, not chewing. Snakes have powerful muscles. They use these muscles for moving food as well as swallowing. So they have powerful muscles that helps them to move the food as well as to swallow the food. The muscles move the food down along the throat and into the snake's stomach. So how these muscles help? The muscles, they move the food down along the throat and into the snake's stomach. Frog's tongue is attached to the front of its mouth. The frog's tongue is attached to the front rather than at the back like humans. Like ours, it is attached at the back, but in frogs, the tongue is attached in the front of its mouth. When a frog sees an insect, it throws its sticky tongue out of its mouth and wraps it around its prey. So when a frog sees an insect, it throws its sticky tongue out of its mouth and wraps it around its prey. The frog's tongue then snaps back and throws the food down its throat. When a frog sees an insect, it throws its sticky tongue out of its mouth and wraps it around its prey. The frog's tongue then snaps back and throws the food down its throat. Now food. Rabbits, squirrels, and rats have a pair of sharp teeth, long front teeth to bite their food. They bite and gnaw their food with these teeth. So rabbits and squirrels and rats, they have a pair of sharp teeth in the front that help them to bite their food and gnaw their food with these teeth. Gnawing means to bite food repeatedly. suck food. Mosquitoes and leeches suck the food of other animals. A butterfly uses its proboscis to drink nectar. A butterfly uses its proboscis to drink nectar. What is proboscis? Proboscis is a long, flexible, tube-like straw that is the butterfly's tongue. What is proboscis? Proboscis is a long, flexible, tube-like straw that is the butterfly's tongue. Food chain. What is food chain? Plants use sunlight, water and nutrients to make their own food, and animals depend on plants or other animals for food. What is food chain? A food chain shows who eats whom in a habitat, starting out with a plant and ending with an animal. So what is a food chain? A food chain shows who eats whom in a habitat, starting out with a plant and ending with an animal. Now look at the examples. Sun's energy, it makes and stores carbohydrates in its cells. This uses energy stored in the plant cells to live, then uses energy stored in the animal cells to live. Now see next. Sun, plant, caterpillar and then bird. Photosynthesis mechanics of green plants or producers. They are also known as producers. Plant eaters or herbivorous, or they are the primary, the animals who just eat plants. They are known as the herbivorous and they are the primary consumers. Next, the catchers and eaters of other animals, or they are known as carnivorous, or they are the secondary consumers. So plant eaters are or herbivorous or primary consumers, catchers and eaters of other animals, or carnivorous or secondary consumers. Next, eaters of other animals or carnivorous or tertiary consumers. So what is here? Photomechanics or green plants or producers, plant eaters or herbivorous, or they are known as the primary consumers, catchers and eaters of other animals or carnivorous, or they are the known as the secondary consumers, eaters of other animals or carnivorous or tertiary consumers. They are known as the tertiary consumers. So we have finished the revision work of chapter 3. Chapter 3, animals feeding. Go through the chapter thoroughly so that you will be able to attempt all the questions if it comes from anywhere in the chapter. This is our second, I've done first time, then this is the second revision. So go through the chapter properly. And in our next class, I will be again giving you the question answer and fill in the blanks and other small exercise objectives in our next class of this chapter. Thank you.